The big Dansby Swanson sign. When did that happen? Was that Friday night?
I think Friday night.
I think Friday night, because we were all texting, are we doing this? And we were like, no. And then we were doing talking baseball on Sunday. So it ended up working out. Dansby Swanson to the Cubs. 177 for 7 years. I think one of the last times we talked on here, it was where's that Dansby number going to land? Um, he was projected 6 for 141 by Fangraphs coming in. Gets another year, gets a little extra money. Not as crazy as Bogarts and some of the other free agents that they were guessing. But Dansby gets his home, and it's with the Cubs. And it's fun for them. Dansby and Nico Horner, Jeff Passan, who's not a guy that would normally throw this out there. He says they've got the best up the middle defense in the league with him and Nico Horner. Nico Horner will play second base. And by the way, he had a nice year for a young player who was legitimate prospect too. And those two will be up the middle. People think they'll bat 1-2. We'll see. The Cubs. All right. Cody Bellinger. They made that move. Second year of Seiya. They've got a couple guys on that team. I still don't know what it means. As we did talking baseball, and go check that out. When you look at them and the Cardinals on paper, the Cardinals have them beat. You look at them and the Brewers on paper, and I think the Crew's got them beat too. Now, does that mean over the course of 162, the Cubs can't have a better year than Brewers? Absolutely not. I mean, that ain't how it works. But the Cubs need something else, and there should be more coming. I mean, there's still some veteran add-on free agent guys that can help their team, just innings. I mean, like even a Rich Hill or Michael Walker or something like that, just to fill in some innings. Their bullpen is still kind of but they add Dansby, 7 for 177. Baseball is all about hitting free agency at the right time, and Dansby did that. He's only missed 2 games in the past 3 years. His hitting profile, it's not crazy, but for a shortstop, it's really good. And I mean, you're looking at a potential 2020 guy over the past couple years. For a shortstop, the hitting is there, and he won the Gold Glove. I mean, the whole thing was, what's going to go on with his defense? Will he have to play second base? He's got the weak arm. We've done that. I don't care anymore. Like, he won the Gold Glove last year, and he's good, and he's going to be good at shortstop for a couple years. I don't really care about the bags getting bigger, the bases getting larger, which is happening next year. I think Dansby can still get the pill there. There's fun stuff with him and Mallory, his wife, U.S. soccer star. Now, did she change her name to Swanson? I don't know. That's where I hesitated on her last name. They just got married. But they are a Chicago power couple. I'm praying that didn't factor into the Cubs' decision of if it was more of a business decision than a baseball decision. I don't like that for the Cubs, but I like that they're doing stuff because there's what else they add. They still need help. Brennan Davis is a big prospect who's supposed to be en route for them. I wonder if that is, if he's factored into their plans or if there's a trade on the horizon. Because I said this on Talking Baseball, but like this team feels like an Anthony Rizzo away from being scary, and he probably should be there. But I think the other thing, now that it's dropped and Dansby is signed, and this second crop of shortstops, which again, I used to go on rants on Talking Yanks and Talking Baseball that good shortstops don't become free agents a lot. Before the last 2 crops, you had to go back to I think Jose Reyes to get a shortstop that got $100 million. So we've been in a weird kind of window here of shortstops. And where does it land? So they were projected. Correa, 8 for 256. He goes 13 for 350. Bogarts, 6 for 168. 11 for 280. Trey Turner was projected 7 for 210. He gets 11 for 300. And Dansby, 6 for 141, turns into 7 for 177. So to be fair to Fangraphs, they were low on everything. I think they've been low, and they're usually low. I think they underestimate the high-level talent. You're going to get an overpay to a degree. But are you? Because you get the high-level talent. That's the whole point. I think the other thing they assumed, which all of us in baseball assumed, was that the contracts were going to get smaller years, more money. Because I thought we already did this, right? Didn't we? With Pujols and a couple of these contracts, haven't we already done? Like Ellsbury, we knew when he signed that half of it was going to be awful. I don't think we thought he'd go missing, but he did. And here we are, and the teams would rather spread out the money because they don't want it to. They'd rather be half screwed for 4 years than full blown screwed for two. I don't know. It's still a weird thought process with the AAVs and spreading it out. I think it's funny now that we know where the contracts landed and who these guys are. I think Correa Turner is the big debate for me. 11 years of Trey Turner at 300 mil, 13 years of Correa. He loses some value there. He can hit. He can play ball. Like Trey Turner's going to be a good ball player as an older second baseman, or if they ever kick him to left field, he's going to be solid. Correa, it's funny because we get caught up in the off the field stuff, but he's kind of the best ball player and he's the youngest. I think that's the contract you'd most like to have. There's a big question mark, just kind of who he is, but I think being in the Bay Area might be good with him in a good organization and growing up a little bit. I think Bogarts, man, I love Bogey. For years, I kind of talked trash about him. When we played the Red Sox, I was never worried about Bogarts. I was like, yeah, he can hit. But the defense never bothered me. And it never felt like he was the clutch or scary guy.
Yeah, it just never felt like Xander was given like the death blow to the Yankees specifically, and those are the games you and I both certainly watched the most of involving the Red Sox. So
yeah, I mean with Bogarts, it was Benny, it was Betts. I haven't even mentioned Devers yet. I mean Devers literally his signature moment was hitting a home run off Chapman that made Joe's McFly fucking famous. So I don't know. I mean, Bogarts was a victim of his company a little bit. That being said, in recent years, he was better / he wasn't better. It was just more apparent how good he really is. But I think when all the contracts got sorted and you look at the years and the numbers, if I had to rank how it finished out, I think you still want Correa. He's 2 years younger. He's the best player on both sides of the ball. When you say it like that, it's funny, but we get so caught up in his other stuff. I guess we'll see. The one thing that I haven't fully factored in that we heard from very real sources are that people are worried about his back. We'll see. I have no idea if that is bad. I think Turner would end up jumping him, but I think it's Correa, it's Turner, it's Dansby, and then it's Bogarts. I mean, the 11 years, 280 for Bogarts, that shocked everyone in baseball. I think that shocked the Boston Red Sox, and it shocked everyone at winter meetings, which was literally everyone in baseball. And now there's some hilarious irony that he's the shortstop on the team of shortstops. And we'll see how all of that plays out. I don't know. I'm Correa's back has me itching a little bit right now, but Turner's going to decline, and I don't know what's going to happen. Correa's back. He could be fine. We might never talk about it again. And Dansby's just funny because the first half of his career, he wasn't that good. He's been really solid, but if the hitting goes down a little bit and the defense goes down a little bit, he's kind of average, and you gave him a big boy contract. So, but I'll tell you, 7 years, 177, when you compare that to Carlos Correa's 13,350, and you're like, okay, so that's literally about half. I don't know. But then again, I rank Correa as the best signing of all of them. So who the fuck am I? I don't know, Beebs. Anything else? I know there's a lot of other baseball, but I think we might save that for later in the week.
think so. We got still a couple months off season to circle back on all the baseball.
Right? Justin Turner to the Red Sox. Kind of like that for them. That's as I talk about with Bogarts, and you didn't want to see the other guys at the plates. If they get a good year out of Justin Turner, God, he's gonna kill the Yankees. I wonder what the rest of their plan is. I just don't know. Sox.
Not sure they know.
He comes in He comes in, JD goes out. We're kind of officially to trade season, right? What's the big trade that's going to happen? Like a Marlins pitcher? Is there, what else are people talking about?
Either a Marlins pitcher, just a surprise. Brian Reynolds will get the most
Right.
run in the rumor mill because the Yankees are involved, but also the Pirates like don't got to trade him. So
Yeah.
they like actually have leverage because they are more than happy to just not trade him. But
I think Reynolds might go. Yeah, there's going to be smaller stuff, obviously. Like I think the Cardinals have an extra outfielder. Everyone's talking about the D-backs outfield. Twins outfielders. So I guess a lot of this is Yankees guys. I think Reynolds goes. I think there's enough teams with prospects that are in the Yankees, the Dodgers. I think both of them are in. I think why not the Sox? Why not any good team? If you're the Cubs, it's 3 years of an all-star level player. I think the demand will be there. I don't know. He's still in the Pirates' best case scenario. He doesn't do anything for them. Sorry, Pirates fans who are tuning in.
The only other impact one that's like kind of heavily rumored is just people think the Brewers are going to trade one of the arms. I think they both have 2 years of control left.
Right.
So it'd be the time to move one of them if you're gonna.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder. I seems like not the move when the Brewers still have kind of a good run at it. But we'll see. We're in trade season. We'll see if there's any other Christmas gifts for the people of baseball. If there's some choppy parts of this ep, I'm sorry. We're at the warehouse filming something really cool for you guys. I'll let BBD work his magic on it. And a lot of love.